A little scrappy towards the death on Anubis, but it got over the line cleanly enough for the Movistar Riders, and starting CT side Inferno is the perfect opportunity to keep that momentum flowing. The Eyeballers, of course, on their map pick will be looking to change the picture quite substantially. As we head into the pistol, they are in need of a big response team.
Inferno, a map that both really be able to play, although I think the stats kind of told us that was the case for Anubis as well, and it didn't shape up quite so. Still Brad is a frequent of that initial pistol round, especially on the CT sides. Alex waiting for the peek around. Did Flusha see anything when he went for that jump? I'm not too sure. Either way, he's going to have to deal with the two guns. It's the initial kill elsewhere that comes in from DVG, and well, they look to just swarm up Banana. As you said, a fantastic flash for Flusha to lead the way with 2 opening kills. Mopo's doing what he can, pulls back 1. And honestly, at this point, to keep it 3-on-3 even for the retake, I think would be a victory, and well, some further damage on JW.
I like this call. They've bailed out Eyeballers. Off the back of that smoke going down, they've called their bluff. The late flank from Sapek has confirmed the A site is clear for the taking. And that bomb will go down freely. No kit in the hands currently for the Movistar Riders either. It's a long old rotate to get back here. And having to clear out all these angles is going to make it especially difficult for the CT side. All 3 players looking to group in towards CT spawn. And this retake is going to be a tough one. A double mini pit setup as well for Shine and Sapek. They are trying every trick in the book. JW, low HP, a long way away in towards middle. Just looking to play the info game, and with an early dink already up. The flash is starting to come over the top. Sapek's dinked a second man now, as Sorcel goes down for free to his own teammate's gun. And this one has surely fallen apart now. JW, low on HP, is just playing the time. All those years of experience coming up clutch, and it will be Eyeballers who take themselves the pistol.
Yeah, they were all trying to avoid being exposed to that mini pit angle, and because of that, they grouped up, and it was impossible to shoot back really without doing a bit of team damage. So it's unfortunate that Mopos did take his teammate out, but either way, it's Eyeballers who pick up that initial pistol round. Movistar on the CT side likely to, I was going to say, maybe take an eco like they did on Anubis, but no, they want to go in with the force buy. Most maps, you're probably better off going for the force buy so that you can, because the buy you get on round 3 isn't usually that great, especially when it's a map here like Inferno where you need utility, you need smokes, you need mollies and such if you want to actually show some presence, and if you want to ensure you're just not going to get overrun on a bomb site. So it is understandable they've gone for the force here. If it doesn't work, take an eco and then have a really good buy-in towards round 4. But of course they do want to see what they can get done here with a FAMAS, some pistols, and Kevlar on pretty much everyone apart from Mopos.
Good bit of utility as well. Handful of smokes, molly and a flashbang for the Mopos. Next goes over towards the B site to try and stall out if the hit comes there. Majority of the presence is instead over towards A for the time being. Nice early setup. Minute and 10 left on the clock. Not giving anything away to the Eyeballers yet. Lost a lot of that opening map control, but obviously I won't be too fussed about that just yet. The question is, where do we see this T side start to group? Still with 3 players in towards the bracket. Looks like they do want this B site hit to end with. Pepsor, 4th man in towards the apartments, and he is going to be able to spot out David G there. Just a shoulder of a barrel. Into the apartments to try and give a fight for Sorcel, but it's going to be the short take, and they're not being too loud about it yet. Here come the flashes, pointing at everyone inside of that side. Sorcel and Martinez doing what they can, and it's 4 kills. Shine on 6 HP, somehow last man standing inside of the site. He'll get the bomb plant, but is that just a consolation prize here? Sorcel knows where he is. He's managed to thread the needle, though, just slips away from the eyes of that back 10 initially, low on HP. Now he's known, stuck in towards the back of sight, and nothing doing. Martinez and Sorcel, the Deagle and the 5-7, just creating a crossfire and throwing bullets into it, quite frankly. 3 kills to Sorcel, a couple to Martinez, and that is nightmare fuel for the Eyeballers. You talked about how the Force, if you can get rid of it, there's an eco to follow. It's a clean 3-0 start. It's a nice little confidence booster in your capabilities. They walk in, it's a 3-on-5 inside of that site. Pistols up against SMGs and rifles. They just walk into a crossfire that decimates their hopes of getting the round on the board and decimates their economy as well. 2 P250s, all they can bring to the following round.
Yeah, I mean, they dealt with AVG quick enough as well, but he was happy to sacrifice himself because they committed 2 players to peeking him on default, and that left him exposed to the, well, the Deagle on the bomb site, the 5-7 up on the balcony as a one-for-one trade initially is not a terrible result considering what eyeballers have come into this round with, but I was gonna say I don't know how much more they should be getting. Okay, these P250s are making this a very costly round already. They've recovered an M4 as well that really could be useful. Without Kevlar though, it's gonna be difficult to really make it convert into a round win. Oh yeah, got a Galil as well.
This could get ugly. Both picked rifles are able to be recovered. As you said, the aim punch is going to be an issue, but you've got Pepsor and Shine in the perfect position just to be the bait to this. With Martinez solo over towards B, a little bit of a fortuitous call could well seal the deal. Sorsal gets one, but it is going to be Martinez solo. No utility. Up against the full force of the eyeballers, and they're doing exactly what was expected. Pepsor, he'll be the bait. Crack angle. Martinez yet to spot anything, and as soon as he does, he gets his head cleaved off by Sapek. Sorsal and David G to try and rescue this situation. Remember, just P250s were brought into this round, and they're making it stick. JW on the spray down has found the kill that will seal the round. The eyeballers pull off what can only be described as a miracle. Sorsal will look maybe for exits, maybe just to hold on to his M4A1, but that is a round that if you are the Movistar Riders, you cannot be losing. That's a 99% guaranteed win. There's just a couple P250s between you and a 2-1 start, and somehow, some way, JW and Flusher managed to stitch a round together out of just scraps of cloth.
Yeah, throwbacks to the old days. It's also at least is going to save this M4, but it really is worst case scenario because they've just ensured that they basically have lost the pistol round. You can forget about that previous round, but they also don't have the boosted loss bonuses they would have initially, so it makes things a bit more complicated. It looks like they want to try and stitch together some form of a buy. It's okay, actually. They've got a few FAMASs in there in MP9 as well, and Mopo's a Deagle, which we've seen can already be very dangerous, so I'm not going to count them out, but if eyeballers can take this round, then it's the eco. It's a 4-1 lead for eyeballers, and suddenly if they win out that next gun round, things could really start to spiral for Movistar, so they'll need to find their footing soon enough. Let's see, what's the plan here? An initial 3-man stack on B. Not to get aggressive, though, just to, well, stack up the bomb site itself, expecting maybe a quicker round from eyeballers.
Well, they lost it against two P250s last time, so maybe just aware they need some more presence here. Take Util comes out from the CT side. Smoke to cut off vision towards top of B, trying to funnel this T side into their site of choosing. And well, for now, sticking with that 3-side B play. Just leaving Sorsal and Martinez out towards long feels very risky. The A site in and of itself is actually wide open for the taking. A single player out the balcony would just completely dismantle this defense, and utility coming over the top. A 4-man take of the bracket is going to start to get very difficult to hold on to. Martinez chased down by JW. They know where to look. It's a 1-for-1, and his teammate smoked off, can do nothing to help. They are looking for every cheeky play in the book here, and Sorsal on the edge of that smoke is looking for the exact same. The timing is going to be everything here. Pepsor should spot him, but it's not until he gets a kill at the very least. Now JW in the arches has found the trade, and 3-on-3 with all 3 players inside of the B bomb site. If JW just gets a little bit interested in A, he should be able to call this one off before it hits the stack site, but he's not going to. He's going to back out of the arches, and Movistar are going to play this perfectly. They're going to hide inside of the site, give no information, give no indication that they are here ready and waiting. And with 12 seconds left, the T side now don't have a choice as they run into the meat grinder of a FAMAS. 7 seconds. He has to get this bomb down inside of the smoke. JW, no idea of the presence inside of site itself goes down, and Movi have done it again, D.
I love it. We're getting a very scrappy back and forth. We don't get this too often these days, so it is nice to see. It'd be difficult to actually fund those buys in the early stages, unless you're on the T side, which it's usually a given that you can pull out a rifle from nowhere. Which is exactly what we're going to have happen here. 2 players can buy, 3 of them can't. I was thinking maybe we'd see a hero rifle alongside some pistols from JW, but no, he wants to focus on ensuring his actual buy that's coming up will be as strong as possible. So he gets Kevlar at least to back up the dig. I mean, on paper, it should be Movistar taking this round, and a nade kill early on from Mopos might help them seal the deal, but I'm still not underestimating these pistols for eyeballers. I feel like they're still going to make this a costly round at the very least. The timing was nearly there on the mid-peak. That was scary.
Why are you tossing flashes back and forth that close to a top mid angle? That is very risky from the CT side. As you said, getting away with one there. 59 up close and personal. Should be able to just chew its way through the kills. Does indeed grab the one. And at this point, spotting the bomb out, getting the information. Should just be a matter of cleaning up house. Good damage through the smoke, but it does mean he's reloading. A little bit isolated again, Alex. Solo over towards this B bomb site. Not willing to retreat and give the angle. Instead, looking to contest all the way. Will now have the support of Martinez rolling in, but they want to get through this one cleanly, and that's exactly what Alex does. Needed that round, the Movistar Riders. A little bit of a confidence builder, a money builder, as well as 3 rifles maintained. And that CT side looks to finally start clicking, but the eyeballers are swinging right back with a full buy here. Up in the hands of JW. Flusher, the only man sacrificing down to the Mac 10. And this one could get scrappier yet, team.
Yeah, I'm expecting it to continue back and forth, to be honest. A couple SMGs, one on either side. It'll probably give Flusher the ability to maybe be a bit more aggressive anyway. We might see something similar from Sosol. Just over towards the quad, so nothing too crazy in the early stages. DaviG wanted to peek down mid, didn't really spot much, as most of the focus early on is in towards second mid. So this is a change up. We haven't really seen much focus around apartments yet from eyeballers.
It is just Sorcel as well.
Saw a B weakness in those early rounds, but need to change it up now, of course.
Straight executing to the A site feels very viable. Martinez out on his own on short. DaviG tucked. With Sorcel just that MP9 towards Brow Apartments. He's got a lot to do. Martinez does catch the early pick brackets. His teammate DaviG will back him up for one more. Martinez then trades the MP9 1-for-1. Just what the doctor ordered as Shine looks for the miracle. Gets his first. That will open up an avenue for a plant. Gets that bomb down. A little bit more cash in the bank accounts of the eyeballers. They needed that. And a tough back and forth for them to hold on to. And now they need a little bit of magic out of the Shine sets himself on the angle. Straight over for the first. The trade not quite there. And he predicts the second man down to a T. Alex left in the 1v1. Shine just vacates. Wants nothing to do with it. Bomb tapped out by Alex, but Shine has just worked his way ever so patiently through these apartments. Makes no noise, gives no tell. And this is a round, this is a freebie. Another clutch coming up the way of the eyeballers. Shine, the youngster, with a triple. And a beautifully executed round at that. Alex will look to save an AWP. But again, it's the eyeballers swinging back. And again, it's asking huge questions of the Movistar Riders economy. 3-3, these back and forths, they never favour the CT sides.
Yeah, I mean, they just keep letting rounds slip away against the P250s earlier on. Now, 1-on-4, I believe that was. Only had to get 3 of the kills, of course, but still, the fact that he's allowed to turn that into a round win right there for eyeballers is insane. That's the only 3 kills Shine has gotten so far, and then he has 6 assists. So he had 6 assists before that round with no kills. That is crazy. On round number 6 it was. Makes sense. It was just meant to be. But yeah, I mean, the buy here at least is pretty solid again for Movistar, but they've put everything into this now. So if eyeballers manage to take this round in some incredibly fluky way, then they'll have a good lead. They'll likely take a 5-3 before the guns come out again for Movistar. So they need to try and see what the hell is going wrong on the CT side.
3-man B lean again. Just sitting in it. Again, a very passive hold. I mean, this play only worked the last time they tried it because eyeballers didn't quite read the situation correctly and ended up going very late back into the B site. This time they've actually disassembled the stack right as eyeballers look to double back into B. Martinez and Alex are very tight on this angle. And they're going to have a lot to do. Mac 10 rounds the corner and all. Alex had to get that kill. This is his shot. And now Martinez out in no man's land does well to find one. And they actually back away off the back of it. And again, the Movistar Riders are calling this bluff. They know what's coming. It's going to be the MP9 up close and personal. Multiple bodies lying in wait. And it's 2 before he strays back around the corner on low HP. He has lost his teammate inside of sight. Pepsaw gets 1, but there's a man still lurking in towards that mini pit. And it's Shine again, asked to clutch up this situation. He's isolating his 1v1s well, but this time he will be put down as the Movistar Riders again convert a 4v5. Again, manage to find themselves around when they're on the back foot. And once more, buy themselves a get-out-of-jail-free card on the CT side of Inferno.
Yeah, I was going to say, they can't make it easy for themselves, though, can they? Every round has to be a fight, it seems, a little bit of a struggle. Another weaker buy for Eyeballers. They've actually gone fully in on this with pretty good utility behind these pistols. I think we might maybe see even something around the apartments. No, looking like they'll probably be of anything focused on Banana in the early stages. Nade down mid, that might do some damage, not too substantial though. But yeah, I mean, again, Eyeballers have already made similar buys work, so I don't want to underestimate them. But Martinez is really starting to find some form now on that op over these past couple of rounds.
It's exactly what you want. When these rounds have been a bit sketchy for you, you want to find that early pick, that man advantage. Make life a little bit more difficult for the opposition in the opening moments. Good damage. Not quite able to catch a kill, and he's lurking around as well. Finds huge damage onto 2, but again, no kill. Rifle recoverable. Plenty of armor on these players as well, although that HE could do a lot of heavy lifting, and indeed it does. Martinez, he's finding form with the AWP, he's finding form with the nades as well. Pepsor just reminding him that he's available to take his head off at any given moment. Finds a beautiful 1D for 1, but at this point with his position known, Sorcel on the backstab. As long as he's sensible with this, it should be a done deal. If he looks to over-aggress, though, there's an opportunity, and Pepsor takes it. Catches Sorcel in transition. Now the A site up for grabs, and with David G late on the rotation, Moto Smoke going down, he should be able to get this bomb plant for free. David G spots him, but that bomb will go. And he's an isolated fight if David G wants to press the issue. Instead, he falls back, waits for his teammate, and this is another big clutch. This time, Pepsor thrown into the 1v2. 2 kills to his name already. This would be a 1v4 conversion, and he is going the long way round, giving nothing in these opening seconds. There is 1 smoke on this CT side, no kits. So they need to get into the site, and they need to do it fast. Pepsor perhaps looking for the same play that got Shine so much success in towards the apartments. Finds his first Moppos. Smoke onto that bomb. It's a full 10 second if he wants it. And he looks to stick it inside of that smoke. Pepsor, Deagle out, looking for the tags. Nothing coming through. The knife finally finds a tag, but the defuse is so close. He lands it just before the knife connects for the final deadly stab. Movistar, how close can you run these rounds, but keep getting them done?
He missed a turret left click before the right click landed, so because of that he only managed, or he missed the second left click before the third left click landed rather. Because of that he survived on 3 health and the defuse came in, otherwise he would have had that. That is absolutely crazy. I mean, again, the fact that it even becomes such a close round is stupid as hell. I don't know how Movistar keep letting these clutch situations slip away into such a close retake every single time. It seems like now they want to try and impose their will while they're against the weaker weapons, and I like to try and get in their face, ensure that Eyeballers coming into these next gun rounds might even expect some of this aggression, because it seems like they've got a lot of free reign on these gun rounds.
Lost the B site though, and as Flusher finds 1 towards top banana, this gets very sketchy. Their only saving grace right now is the fact that the bomb is still in spawn, but that's going to lead to Sorcel going down for free here on a backstab, and that's going to open up the A site. Free kill, free round could well be as they charge on up. Look at the rifles they've managed to recover from this situation. Pepsor had 1 saved across shore, but Shine's got an M4A1, Flusher's got an MP9. They've got the B site. Well, they've got the B site if they want it. They've got the A site as well. There's the freebie, and now once again, it's a retake asked of the Movistar Riders. Look at the position of Shine. There is no way in hell he is expected. And look at Movistar Riders. They can't commit. They can't give this 3-on-3 a go. And again, they have given up an advantageous situation. Again, the Eyeballers have managed to just weave their way through the defense and find a round with very limited buying power. This is ridiculous, Dean.
Yeah, I mean, they're keeping the pressure on here on this T side, and looking like they'll probably at this rate grind it out to 6 or 7 rounds, if not maybe even a bit of a lead for themselves once that CT economy really starts to feel the board, which is right now really. They only get 1900 loss bonus into this next round as well, so it's pretty likely they're going to even try and just force around these 2 rifles. See a pause being called. I presume that's a tactical to have a little bit of a chat about what they want to do, because the economy is in shambles. Eyeballers should be tying us up at 5-5, maybe even taking a lead to 6-5. In a situation where Movistar Riders could genuinely be up like maybe even 7-2 if they hadn't have let some silly rounds slip away. I mean, at the very least, they should have a better economy. They shouldn't have been dying so much in 4v1s and such.
There's 2, if not 3 rounds, right? You get 2 guaranteed, third a maybe that really shouldn't have been slipping away. It's really, really rough to watch for a CT side on Inferno to get themselves into such promising situations so many times and then disintegrate in the manner that they are. Gonna try something a little cheeky in this one. A 4-man stack over towards the A site. The smoke's rotated in by Mopoz to buy as much time as physically possible over on B. I like the idea, something a little different. Knowing that the firepower isn't really there for them, knowing that there's got to be something cheeky. A couple of kills for Alex, make it a triple, a three-piece, exactly what the doctor ordered. Pepsor dinked up, but still finds his kill. Gonna keep his team in this one once again. Movistar Riders once again finding a punch out of nowhere right as they're backed up against the ropes. Alex is alone though. Out on this A site, he is going to be tested. Utility flies out. Pepsor down in towards 12 HP. A single bullet will do the trick. And Eyeballers just slow this down. This is a smart play. They know Movistar Riders have tended to get overly aggressive, so happy just to slow it to a crawl before they look to hit their final site.
This is ridiculous. Movistar in this round of all rounds look like they should be able to pull it off. Alex up on balcony. I mean, they're rotating Sossel back around towards B. He's kind of in a middle ground right now, hoping to be able to rotate wherever he's needed. It does leave Alex alone, damaged up on this bomb site. Manages to drop, though, just after taking the kill on Pepsor. Stays alive and should make things pretty difficult for Flush. Should have nade if it went down on that initial toss. Probably could have gotten the kill. Unfortunately, that doesn't happen. Instead, Alex comes through with an ace. What a way to do it. 13 and 5.
Well, that's one way to respond to criticism, isn't it? A nice, clean round for the Movistar Riders, but the problem is they've left themselves no buffer. The buy, again, will completely empty their bank accounts, and the Eyeballers will be buying again as well. That T-side has constantly been in touch. It's constantly been close to the mark, so they're able to get 4 AKs out alongside a MAC-10 for Sapek. And still very much in the hunt for a dominant T-side here. The Eyeballers on Inferno looking to up the pace through Sapek in the opening moments. The utility to at least stop over aggression from the CT side and almost force the Movistar Riders to concede a standard round in these opening moments. 2 over towards B, 3 on A, and that could well be their undoing. In fact, retake utility is going to be thrown here. There's a heavy old stack towards Banana from the Eyeballers, and it looks like they just want to hit this fast, and that's going to leave Alex and Mopoz in a whole lot of trouble.
Yeah, expecting someone, I would imagine, around this half wall, considering how aggressive, as you said, Alex has been in the past. Instead, forced to just wait out the smoke, but still looking like they're probably just going to be going straight in with this commitment. So Mopoz alongside Alex have to put a hold to this with only a smoke and a flash. The utility's not really there, so the kills will have to be. It's a crossfire on towards Cheyenne, but somehow he stays alive, and instead Alex in the back is caught. Another spam through the smoke from Cheyenne, takes a second kill, and already they've forced the hand of Movistar into just calling for a save here. They have 3 M4s, and even then, dropping guns will not really be possible. Sossel should be able to get 1 over, but someone's going to be left on probably an SMG or something of the like.
Neither of these teams is willing to give it up, but I think Eyeballers might be about to force the Movistar Riders to. They are going to hunt these rifles relentlessly here. Sorsel able to find one that should buy him a little bit of breathing room, but he's losing teammates again, and they need these rifles. Eyeballers know it. They are charging in, and JW continuing to find purchase. Sorsel last up. Should have given the retake a go. They're going to lose the rifles either way. Sapek taking everything away from the Movistar Riders. Still in touching distance on that T side. 5 rounds. The economy utterly decimated for the CT side. So many questions to be asked. How on earth has it got to this situation, and how on earth do they drag it back? Because the Eyeballers are in a perfect situation now to just capitalize, push for rounds, and really just use the momentum to spiral this one into a very solid T-half. It's the force buy from the Movistar Riders. They haven't got any other choice, and it's a single rifle for Sorsel to try and pull off the miracle.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, I can see the 9-6 for Eyeballers, to be honest. As you said, 1 rifle, a Mag-7, and some pistols here. This should be easy enough for Eyeballers to deal with. Although, as I say that, I might have put a little bit of a jinx on it. Let's see what the Mag-7 can find. Flusha taking out Alex with the deagle as well. In the meantime, has gone ahead and ripped the head off of a follow-up player that tried to come in and find the trade. So a 5-on-3. Indeed, I did jinx it. Although, technically not, because GoTV delay. So all that already happened a minute and a half ago. So don't blame me.
Trying to get the angry betters out of your DMs, it's fair enough.
Exactly.
I can understand it, but it's still only 2 players over towards this B
nade.
site, and the nade so perfectly played should surely have secured it. JW and Shine combine. They'll want to give this one a go, I believe, the Movistar Riders, but again, no kit, again, utility extremely limited. They need a quick kill. They're going to stand any chance of getting back into this one. Pepsor locking out Banana should be an absolute certainty. Davigi, at the very least, has managed to salvage himself an AK-47, but as his teammates are picked off by JW, he's now got multiple bodies to worry about, and he wants nothing to do with it. JW continuing to just rip men apart. Leaves just a single rifle in the hands of Davigi, a 3-on-5 conversion for the Eyeballers, and finally, they level things out at 6 apiece as this T-side really starts to take shape.
Yeah, and JW looking much more comfortable on Inferno than he was on Anubis, which kind of seemed to be what they were lacking, I would say, on Anubis. The fact that JW only had like 4 or 5 kills late into that second half. Now he's actually up at the top of the scoreboard, 10 and 9. Not bad, closely followed by Pepsor and Shine, and Flush It and Sepik have had their moments as well. So it does seem like things are coming together a lot better here, rather, on Inferno. So you can see why Eyeballers chose it. Movistar forced into an eco. They'll still be able to fight for the A7 half, which if they can pull off wouldn't be terrible, especially if they can come through with a pistol round then on the second half for themselves, but they really have lost the momentum.
Quite frankly, it's a miracle they've got 6.
Yeah.
This CT side should have been so much worse. So many opportunities have gone begging for both sides of the equation, right? I think both of these rosters, their coaches will be sat here with tears in their eyes watching how on earth these rounds are going the way they are, but Eyeballers, they're the ones with the advantage, arguably, on that T side, these kind of rounds. The bread and butters are the ones that really build yourselves a chance of taking it to that decisive map of Mirage, which we said is probably their best shot yet. A single AK of Davigi is desperately trying to read the play, but how much can you realistically get out of this? He's going to be in the right place at the right time. At the very least, he will be in towards CT on B. Alex and Mopos a little bit cheeky on this fountain, doing what they can, tagging up the bodies, but realistically, there's nothing they can do. It's going to be onto this AK-47. Sorsal through the smoke gets one with Davigi. He's found a couple more of his own. Alex through the smoke gets caught out, but he's bought his team a 2-3, and oh my goodness, Pepsor, that was playing with fire. Whoa. 14 HP. Stays alive. Just about, as he'll get this bomb down as well. Davigi doesn't want to press the issue on the boost just yet. He's actually backed out of it entirely. Looks to call the reset, and with Sapek on full HP, this starts to get very tough. The crossfire is set. New and Dark will be their final hold. Davigi with just one flashbang to get his teammates into this situation. Martinez has managed to recover an AK at the very least. Something to work with. Sapek swings though and gets his first, and now they just need to play this crossfire. They just need to hold on, and they do. Another 2-on-3, another disadvantaged situation. Eyeballers get over the line. And the Movistar Riders, you've got to say it, Dean, ruin missed opportunities again.
Yeah, I mean, that one definitely not as certain as some of the rounds they let slip earlier on, but still, they had the numbers. It looked like they had a chance of stealing around the way and getting a bit of revenge for how many times Eyeballers have done that to them, but no. A little bit staggered on that retake. One player heavily committed through, put himself into the crossfire between the Dark player and the one in quad, and then at that point, it's just stick to your crossfire. There's 2 players coming in, one of them's low, the one that has the rifle doesn't even have Kevlar, so I think a little bit better while they had them. Flush a blinded, otherwise he might have had a chance of catching the retreat onto the bomb site, and it looks like they still want to go with this. There's actually 3 defenders, so they put one up on the boost here and towards the spawn. For now, Eyeballers, I think, happy enough to wait this out. There's a smoke and everything in place stopping them, so they're actually falling back, leaving one player just to show some presence. Yeah, he was failing to throw the flash. I'm not sure if he was doing that on purpose or what the play was.
Pulling the pin to try and keep them busy, but he has kept 3 over towards this B site.
Well, make it seem like there's multiple players setting up their smokes and mollies and such.
If he's done that, then it's an 1,000 IQ play. Give him that. Martinez, though, has spotted the gun barrel. Will get the freebie to start things off. Now he needs his teammate to come in, and Sorsal is in a little bit of trouble here. He's been spotted out. The smoke keeps him isolated from Martinez. Support is at least coming in on the rotation. Davigi has worked his way into the library. 2 players on the backstab, and Mopos will get his kill. JW goes down, and now the T-side know they're stuck. They've only got one direction they can go, and it has to be forwards. Every fight they take, looking to retreat, is going against them. Mopos, with his second of the round, keeps them pinned in. Pepsor does what he can, and Martinez is isolated inside of this site now. Charged down by Shine to buy another 2v3, and well, the Eyeballers have been damn good at these. They buy themselves just a little bit of space, a little bit of room. Pepsor doesn't expect the aggression of Mopos, though. And that leaves Shine. He's at a 1v4. This time, there's one less man to worry about, but he is a lot more stuck inside of this site. And as they swing together, it's very well choreographed by the Movistar Riders. They have 7, and they have an opportunity to take the narrowest of leads as they head to the halftime.
Yeah, there was absolutely nothing he could do. They're trapped in on the bomb site. The fact that they even got a bomb plant out of that situation was a little bit of a mini miracle, and it gives them the chance to buy. Shine might drop the rifle. JW's got one anyway. Someone managed to give him one. So, yeah, I mean, no real weaknesses to the investment for Eyeballers. They still have a chance to try and add an 8th to the board, and the fact that they've already got 7 here on the D side is pretty solid. So, I think it's Movistar more so who will be feeling the pressure. They've actually gone for a double up. Okay. Mopos has been good on the rifle as well, so it's an interesting change.
Just looking to mix it up for the last round of the half. I guess give something to the Eyeballers that they've not seen before. A new puzzle to try and decipher. Aggression's the call as well. Martinez posts up in the apartments. Multiple bodies here, but the Eyeballers seem to have a little bit of a read on this. They are playing very cautiously into these opening moments. Sorsal on the jump spot, gets the information, able to fall back relatively freely. The nades won't do too much either. Back of that aggression, it's going to be a very keen push into top mid, into the bracket control for the Eyeballers. The utility trying to keep these CTs honest, and they may well want to just snowball off the back of this. Sapek looks for the kill, but Sorsal mates his burning teammate in beautifully. The damage is huge. Both he and Davigi are almost down to single digits, but they're losing men left, right, and centre, the Eyeballers, so it may not matter. Mopos on that secondary AWP makes it sing for a quick pick out on B. And it leaves a very one-dimensional hit. JW, though, he hasn't cared throughout this half. His headshots have been so crisp, and he finds another. Martinez wants to change this picture again, wants the information as he posts up on Boiler, but it is going to be surely a double pump into this A site. He's going to be put under pressure here on short. A little bit of utility to work with, but how much can he get done on this angle? Unexpected. JW wanders in, and it's a freebie for the AWPer, just what the doctor ordered. As Pepsor and Shine, these youngsters have had so many clutches in this first half, but with just 17 seconds left, surely this one has to be shut down. Surely the Movistar Riders can shut this one out. 10 seconds, Mopos with another, and it's done. The double AWP finds 8-7, and Movistar Riders have the lead as we head to the break.
You love it, you wear it. What's your style? Get your merch at shop.eslgaming.com.
Break up, don't speak. sorry. This situation's on repeat, just like a scratch on a CD. It just gets deeper when you hit rewind. How many nights will you make this decision? Nights ending tears and it's blurring your vision. You know he don't love you, hurt you holding on to. Scream through the phone even though he won't listen. So hard, still at your place, trying to make it okay. He's miles away, I'm left here with you. Say that you just need someone caring for you. When will you see me more than your rescue? I'm feeling kinda used, yeah, like a drug that you take when you're sick of crying all your tears away. Is that all I am? All I want is for you to be happy. You know this ain't healthy. Do I make you happy? How many nights will you make this decision? Nights ending tears and it's blurring your vision. You know he don't love you, what you holding on to. Scream through the phone even though he won't listen. So I'm still at your place, trying to make it okay. He's miles away, I'm left here with you. Say that you just need someone caring for you. When will you see me more than your rescue? I'm doing everything he doesn't do, but I'm still not enough. Even your parents know I'm good for you, but I'm still not enough. You wanna be done with him, you're stuck with him, 'cause you don't have the guts. And after all I've done, I'm still not enough. Still at your place, trying to make it okay. He's miles away, I'm left here with you. Say that you just need someone caring for you. When will you see me more than your rescue?
One of the scrappiest first halves of Inferno I think I've ever seen, Dean, and it leaves the Movistar Riders 8-7 up as we head into the second half. It is worth mentioning, at least in passing, that both of these teams statistically are T-sided, but at the moment it feels like no stats matter. This is an absolute fight to the death, and the Movistar Riders for now have the upper hand.
Yeah, I mean, in fairness, it was the CT side where Movistar started to look a little bit flat on Anubis as well, so it certainly could be a similar affair here, but I just don't see Eyeballers dropping off in terms of the individual performances they've been given, and that's what's really allowed them to shine through, no pun intended. But a slow round so far from Movistar, I think expecting some aggression, and beginning now to back it up towards A, where Eyeballers have taken a big gamble stack of 4 players, heavily in here as well. Cheyenne with no Kevlar was entrusted to solo B.
This is a preset read, isn't it? They know what's coming. Before Movi have even decided it themselves, 4 players ready and waiting to receive. Sorcel first up to be tested, and oh my goodness, not like this. He's got 2 from inside of the apartment, a one-man wrecking ball into this A site as they charge. It's Sorcel with a triple. Savage with 1 more. That should be a one and done angle at the absolute best for Sorcel. Must have just been a shoulder showing in towards Grave, and a second lightning quick. Shine can do no damage, and it's a flawless pistol for the Movistar Riders. Just what they needed after the trials and tribulations of that first half of Inferno.
Yeah, now the question is, can they convert that into the potentially 3-0 starts to the half, because they were not able to do it back on their CT side. Will we see the force from Eyeballers as well? As I said, you can go for the eco, but then into that third round, although you get the M4s, you'll likely have a few SMGs if you want to ensure all the nades are there. But I guess Eyeballers, with how close the scoreline currently is, just want to try and ensure they can get those guns in hand as soon as possible. So a full eco, a stack over towards B, and a lot of banana presence from Movistar in the early stages as well. They have no need really to fully commit to this so soon, but they just might.
It is the MAC-10s leading the charge, which is always a little bit of a fortunate one. That's a 5-man stack. Alex has seen it, but they want it. They want this fight. What are you doing, Movistar? A 1-for-1 in the opening seconds. The bomb is actually still top B on the back of Alex. They've got to be so damn careful here not to throw this one away. And, well, it gets very sketchy, but Alex and Martinez managed to back it up. I mean, I have never seen a more apt description of the first half we saw than the fact Alex just spotted a 5-man stack and then decided he'd send it and see what he could get done. But it is Movistar who get it over the line. Just the 1-man down, just the 1 MAC-10 lost. So not a bad result at all.
Yeah, most people would see that and be terrified, like, oh damn, what is going on? Instead, Mopos was just like, oh, perfect, I'll throw a flash, I'll peek this, hopefully kill all 5. Obviously, he did not have the big hero moment he was expecting in his mind, but thankfully his teammates still handled it pretty well in the end, not giving away too much. So the economy built up a small bit. They're going to keep the weaker weapons in play as well, so the bonus round is here, but Eyeballers themselves, not quite perfect in terms of firepower. There's a Mag 7 and an MP9 in there. Although those nades have done a bit of damage in the early stages, which is enough to actually help out the MP9 and the M4s. Still not a substantial effect. He's an aggressive down banana, flashed up by Pepser's flash, I believe. Thankfully, though, Sapik still gets away with 2 kills somehow before taking a ton of damage and retreating himself. Actually dealt out quite a bit to Davy G as well.
Yeah, had to sit through the Molotov to try and find his kill. Couldn't quite commit to it. So the man advantage is there. And with Sourcel getting a little keen out, Boiler, that could have become 2. Just about able to rescue it and looks to head back towards this B site. It is going to be on Martinez and Sourcel to clutch this one up. Lining up the angle. Sourcel not quite able to find the shot and all pulling that nade out. Desperately risky. Takes a lot of damage for his trouble. Martinez slowly but surely becoming the one man who can get something done in this round. 45 seconds on the clock. It is Pepsor solo over towards B. The problem for the Movistar Riders is even if he wants to just sit in CT, sit behind the CT smoke, a couple of stray bullets will take out 2 players here. As the execute starts to come in, Pepsor throws the smoke, gives himself a little bit of breathing room, actually completely stalls out the hit, which will allow for rotations to come in. And now, as they flash themselves through, those low HP bars are in desperate trouble. Pepsor with 1, and he can just fade away back through that smoke. Martinez will look to get the bomb down, but again, those low HP bars, he's lost all his teammates. The flash is in, a gorgeous. He somehow, on the drop down, gets 1, but on 22 HP, this should be a done deal. He's found a second before he's traded, and quite frankly, that's a miracle. The eyeballers will get it over the line, but the amount of damage is pretty significant, especially considering that bomb going down.
If he had any more bullets, he definitely gets the kill on Sapik, and then suddenly Flusha reconsiders jumping through the smoke himself, given maybe a winnable one-on-one. So, yeah, I think that got a little bit more unsettling than I would have liked. But the main thing is eyeballers do still pick up the gun round. They managed to inject some life into the CT side early on, which is exactly what we needed to see. As Movistar do again scrape together a pretty solid buy. There's one weakness with a Galil in the hands of Alex, and he's been playing pretty well, so ideally you do want them with an AK. But overall, it's pretty strong. They have that up on Martinez as well. Flush is happy to sit with the Mag 7, though. Always been happy enough on shotguns.
Playing it out towards short is certainly a unique interpretation. Happy, though, as you said, just to sit in it. Use that weapon to the best of its ability. Set his teammates up in a long short crossfire as well. JW tucked in towards the cubby. Pepsor tucked underneath the porch. Has been spotted, but again, they're trying to bait them into this crossfire. Swinging wide is not the call. JW, a free kill, and now with support, they can back this one out. The damage is so significant. Molly goes in, but the smoke is good, and they can't hang around to contest this. Look at the rotation from the CT side. They've committed wholeheartedly to holding on to this A site. All 5 players are here. And Martinez, with bomb on his back, is still poking at Boiler. He's looking to poke the bear, and the eyeballers are absolutely ready for this. The lone man over towards B is Mopos, and with a pot flash in, Martinez is barrel spotted. This should be job done. The flash is not quite good enough, though. Alex able to take advantage for a freebie. They need to get Martinez out of there now. He's so low on HP, they can't afford to keep him there. They will be able to back away. 28 seconds left, though. This is going to get very tight over towards the B site. It's Shine on his own for now. I thought it was Pepsor, but the low HP player wisely has stuck inside of the site. 18 seconds as the execute comes in. Shine knows if he can hold this one off, if he can deny the plant, it's all over. And it's a nice round for the eyeballers. Spam through's good for damage, but not quite the kill. That bomb will get planted with 6 seconds left on the clock. They guard it, but the wall bank connects, and Shine has found his miracle. 9 on the board for the eyeballers, and the CT side just won't give up.
Oh, Mopos even goes down after time. $0 in the bank. He can't even afford to upgrade anything off of that Glock. Yeah, I mean, 4 seconds left as the bomb planter gets taken down. It was literally impossible for anything to be done. As you said, Shine finds a miracle to win out that round, and it forces the hand of Movistar here. A bit of a pause, I think, being called, I would presume, by Movistar, but it could also be eyeballers, considering up until that point the round wasn't looking to go like it was going too well. Although, of course, the retake still would have been winnable. It didn't have to go that far. Problem is...
Movi.
Yeah. 3 Deagles. An op, an AK, it's just not great at all. Eyeballers on paper should be taking a 10-10 scoreline. Then there's an eco, so an 11th round comes off the back of it. And suddenly they're in the driver's seat here on the CT side.
Yeah, this is getting very concerning for Movistar. It's becoming increasingly reminiscent of that very scrappy CT side, except this time they're not getting it over the line. Some big clutches out of the Eyeballers once again. Movistar giving them the space and they're taking it willingly. Flusher persists with his Mag 7. Everyone else has got rifles. Saved AK and an AWP are going to have to do a lot of heavy lifting here if Movistar want to have a serious shout at this round. Flashing top banana for Sapek. They want to take this control away, and it's a smart call. The smoke goes down. The util just isn't there to contest it. The firepower isn't there to contest it for the T side, so they have to back up. Flusher's initial aggression is heard, but not punished, so they'll work their way back out of the apartments. That Mag 7 can't really afford to take a fight at range, but he continues to swing for information. And that allows for the third player to start to steal away a rotation out towards A. With Shine posted so proactively on Banana, Martinez needs a very quick pick here if he's going to have something to say about this one. He spots the head, but it's not enough. 56 seconds, still 5-on-5, and with very limited firepower and utility, this is going to be a tough old take for the Movistar riders. Shine has stuck around him. He wants the pop flash in, and he's got it. 2 quick headshots. Surely that's this round gone, dead in the water. The utility comes out, they're trying to shuffle it, trying to buy more time, and again, with that smoke going down, it allows for these rotations so freely to work their way towards the B site. Nothing this T side can do, surely, now with this round. 25 seconds, Martinez has gone, Sorsal has inherited the AWP as the utility comes over the top, with JW just on the spam down, tags up Mopos even further. And with 3 players inside of this side, this is an impossible crossfire to break. Job done. Flawless round. Exactly what the doctor ordered for the Eyeballers.
Yeah, not a single point of damage sustained, I don't think so. Indeed, flawless. This one should be pretty much a full eco, maybe a P250, a few P250s or something along those lines being bought up. But other than that, Movistar can't really afford anything. As I said, an 11th round is going to go the way of Eyeballers, potentially. If everything goes to plan, without any more casualties as well for Eyeballers, which could really start to build up that economy, which already you can see having a bit of a backbone after that previous round going so well. Straight up Banana though. A couple of P250s, as I said, a Tech 9 onto Sossel as well. 2 or 3 kills even. Decent enough result there from Movistar. The problem is, I was going to say it's not looking too likely. They've done a bit of damage. Caught up in the corners, naded down and spammed. They will not be getting away with very much. Definitely won't be recovering any weapons. It's 1 kill for Martinez. And honestly, I think that's probably even a bit more than they should have gotten out of that. Oh, taking them with a shotgun as well. Down. Yeah, finally. I don't think he'd really gotten to do much with the shotgun up to that point.
Time to see, I think, if Movistar are going to register on this T side. It feels like they are rapidly running down their opportunities in this second map. Rapidly, Mirage is feeling more inevitable than anything else. Need to see a different side to them here on Inferno. It has been a rough old series so far. The second half of Anubis got very sketchy. A very back and forth affair first half of Inferno, and now Eyeballers are really starting to turn the thumb screws on them. What's the response? How do you look to correct this one? Money's well built for the Eyeballers as well. Even one good round won't break them yet.
Yeah, it's really now or never that we need to see them coming alive. And a control at least taken in the early stages. Comes a time if they want to move back and start probing around mid as well. Or just leave a player around Banana. Might eat a nade. No, I think they've retreated in time, just about to avoid it. Mopos takes a small bit, nothing substantial though, as they're just going to actually group this back towards A completely. Creeping through the smoke. Setting up for what looks like it's probably going to be the split in the long run. They'll have to deal with JW's op back in library though. Certainly could make things difficult.
I'm worried about the clock already. 40 seconds left. They're yet to find an entry. Yes, they're wrapping this site, but they've not found a kill. And well, Alex legged through the smoke. It's a little fortuitous, but JW will take it every day of the week. He gets his man advantage. Quickly traded by Martinez at the very least, but they've still got a man in towards the balcony who they've got to deal with. Tapping away, he gets one. Somehow, Sorcel is able to flip it and get himself the kill, but that bomb is yet to make the site. And with 14 seconds left, they have to get the plant down. That'll open up timings. JW already lurking in and around short. His teammates occupying long. They've got them split. Martinez stuck inside the site itself. A double mini pit setup. All that Movistar riders were able to get out of this after plant. It is going to need a lightning fast headshot out of Sorcel if they're going to make anything of this one. And eyeballers are playing it so carefully. Martinez, though, picks one. Sorcel's headshot connects. And JW, this is an impossible situation. He'll have to back out of it. Movistar have found their T-side round.
Yeah, JW, though, trying to make it a bit more costly either way. I mean, a little bit risky. Could have maybe given away the up, as you said, though. They still have tons of money, though, so wanted to get one more before backing away. 2 weapons saved forward, though, from Movistar, so they should be okay to ensure that they have all of the guns they need here to hopefully chain some rounds together. And if they do get this second, the economy will be gone on most of Eyeballers. It's only really JW who has anything left at this point. They'd only get 1900 loss bonus as well, so a real opportunity here for Movistar to potentially put themselves in control once again.
The problem is, how consistent is that?
Yeah.
One round, right? And that round felt sketchy. That round felt really tough. Can they find another way? Or replicate that? Something to break open this CT defense. Second mid-control taken in these opening moments. A heavier B-lean called by the Eyeballers. And for now, the Movistar riders are dodging it. But with no presence on B, no noise to even indicate their existence, how long will the Eyeballers maintain this heavy-handed stack? Will this utility be enough to drag them back? It looks like they want to play, and indeed they are going to start pushing the issue. JW has to fall back. Nice Molotov buys him some space, a little bit of breathing room. The HE does huge work on Tomopos, but it's still a desperately isolated fight inside of the mini pit for Flusher. He gets one, buys a little bit of space, a little time. That smoke keeps him hidden beautifully. It buys time for Pepsor, who through the smoke grabs a double of his own. And now David G is completely stuck inside of this site. Nothing he can do, and the round is gone. Eyeballers find their response immediately, and that is going to be devastating to the economy of the riders. That T-side cannot survive this kind of punch.
No, they are completely ruined. Even with this up being saved, I mean, they might even be looking at an eco. Well, definitely an eco, but perhaps even a double eco on the players with the weaker economy. I mean, it's going to be an interesting one, because with the op being saved over, it might even prompt them to try and pull out 2 rifles and Alex and Davy G. Maybe just put the other 2 players then on the Tech 9s, Kevlar, whatever little bit of utility that they can find. With such a close scoreline as well, it would be a big risk, but they do need to try and, again, snatch something, because an individual round every now and again is not going to be good enough. Player up on the bridge here. Is he going to be spotted? No, he sees it himself, though. Can't quite take the shot. There's not enough showing. Wants to just stay alive. No point showing his position at this point.
This is disastrous.
Yeah, really is worst
Really
case scenario.
is. Land a single round, immediately get slapped back. Movi just don't seem to have the capability to consistently break down this CT side in the way Eyeballers did. I think that's by and large the CT side not giving them breaks, right? They're hitting their shots, they're not giving them the room. Making it incredibly difficult. Saved AWP, flanked by pistols into this one. Tech 9s, Deagles, P250s. You saw the Eyeballers in the first half pull around out of 2 P250s and nothing more. It doesn't feel like that's going to be the case here. What can they conjure up to make of this one? What can they get going? JW playing the timing on that boiler angle, knows exactly when to fall back. However, right as the pressure starts to come through and with his angle set, Martinez is going to look for a little bit of a boost here. Trying to just catch JW on a higher angle, and he gets his man. Picks off the AWP. That's exactly what you need out of Martinez in these opening seconds. Piling the pressure on, but there's still plenty of crosshairs available here, and Sapek has been so patient with this. His timing back is good, but the dink is better. Wards his man off, and this is starting to get a little ugly now. The Movistar riders with 50 seconds left. 2 AWPs recovered. They need another pick, though. Flusher. Oh, Scholl's just a little bit of shoulder. Very lucky to be alive. Martinez very nearly connects the shot, but with the smoke down, 40 seconds left, what choice did this T side have but to back away towards B? And that is right into the crosshairs of Sapek and Shine with utility available. A smoke goes down, and there's 30 seconds on the clock. That'll buy 15 of them clean through. 2 smokes all that are left for this T side to try and plan and execute. They have got to clear this site, and they've got to do it so swiftly. A Molotov will be licking at their feet as they try and head on through. The utility goes over the Molotov. Buys yet more time, 14 seconds. They can't afford to rotate unless it's a ruse, and that's the only thing that is currently going for this T side as they swarm on into the B site, and 2 quick kills. Alex, the hero of the hour. The bomb will just go down in time, and the Movistar Riders have secured a round that they should never have been winning.
Yeah, I mean, even just with how close it comes in time, and they had just thrown their smoke, so they had nothing to put out the molly in front of them. And honestly, I thought once they got caught up that it was over, but no, those pistols create some space. They just absolutely swarm the bomb site and get that defuse down with maybe half a second to spare. Pepser and Flusher are going to save. That'll allow them to get another full buy into this next round, but again, it gives Movistar the opportunity. And at such a late stage, with the scoreline being so close here, about to be 12-12, if they can finally take that second round and break eyeballers once, that gives them a chance to run it all the way up towards maybe even 15. But Buzz ties to the bomb. That's unfortunate.
Saving 2
There will be a casualty. Interesting, yeah. Maybe could have traded one of them out for a rifle, but it worked in that previous round once they picked up the second, so sticking with it for the moment. Alex could buy an AK to trade it out to, but it doesn't look like he wants to bother.
Big call to make in the context of these rounds, right? The money is still not good, despite the miracle round going their way for the Movistar Riders. And if they win this one, they break the eyeballers. They get their chance to come back into this. 2 orcs in play. It's a risky call. Alex makes good on his secondary. Picks off his man, exactly what you need when you're forced into this double orc situation. You need an early pick, you need to keep the pressure on, and that's what they do. Shine, looking to change the game, has pushed all the way up to logs, and he's heard that Molotov ticking up close and personal. He gets one, but it's not enough. Trade is instant, and there's plenty of bodies here for Pepsor to take advantage of. Through the smoke, he gets one. They want to fight this to the death. They know there's a double AWP in play with Alex picking it off. I suspect they've worked it out. And they're trying to keep the pressure on. They're trying to keep the fights up close and personal where that AWP can't get an advantage. And for now, they've maintained banana control. Pepsor doing what he can. Trying to keep his team alive in the 3-on-3. He will be forced to back away. No longer has the utility to contest that angle, but he's bought his team a chance. And with 50 seconds left on the clock, it's going to be up to the Movistar Riders to make a decision. Eyeballers are going to gamble. They're going to put all their chips on this A site. And they're just going to hope beyond all hope that the Movistar Riders execute into them. It's going to be a game of timings as they look to push bracket. And this is such a nice play. So smart from the eyeballers. They should be able to get this information. And the timings are going to be everything. 30 seconds left. The T side start to set up their execute. But the bomb is last. The bomb is so deep in towards Banana. This timing could be awful, but they get round the corner. Martinez needs to get out of there now. They haven't worked it out yet. They don't know what's coming. All 3 players are going to be headed up Banana. They're not going to make a sound. They shift in as slowly as they can. Now Martinez smells a rapper. He goes down, and the planter is next. It's all on the last man, and Sorsal with 5 seconds left can do nothing about it. It's the eyeballers again who pull around out of nothing.
If they sped it up a bit, it probably would have been their round. The bomb goes down. Even if they lose that first player to notify them of the flank, they still have a solid 2 players that likely would have had the time to set up in the afterplant to have that crossfire towards the back of the bomb site and still give it a go. Instead, it just completely collapses. And a pivotal swing round that could have put Movistar Riders in the driver's seat for the first time in quite a while slips away from them. They just about scraped together a bye, but this is all in. If they lose this, they're likely looking at an eco, maybe even giving away the 15th round and then fighting for an overtime.
Another huge opportunity. Falls by the wayside. Someone has to stand up now for the Movistar Riders. That's as simple as it can get. They need a hero play out of somebody. The eyeballers have had it time and again, clutch after clutch. Brilliant call after brilliant call. They This time it's a heavy-handed stack over towards A in the opening moments. A dink onto Sapek from the Tech 9, but he's not quite able to take advantage. Down to 21. The NK looks to take advantage of the situation, but a headshot angle keeps Sapek alive for a moment. Martinez and Alex, though, do one better. Martinez picks his AWP. Alex through the smoke finds the low HP bar. And this one should be a done deal. Shine's thinking about it. He wants to give it a go. Pepsor has actually found the lurk of David G, and they know there's a man close, so Shine finds his mark. This should have been a done deal. This should have been a 5-on-3. Close it out and bring us level again. But now the eyeballers are starting to smell blood in the water. Now they want to give this one a go, and Martinez didn't need to peek it. Gives his life away, puts the pressure right back on his teammates, and Shine's got another. A triple. As he clutches up in a huge way yet again. Movistar Riders. Oh my goodness me, you cannot afford to lose rounds like these in situations like this. It's all on Sorsal. He's on a 1v3 to contend with, and he was never going to land it. 14. The eyeballers do it again, Dean.
How did they let that slip away? I mean, I can understand how it comes down to the 3-on-3. You had a lurker that gets dropped. You had one player deep in towards the spawn that was hoping to catch one off guard since he only had the pistol either way. But after that, letting the 3-on-3 slip away, as you said, the peak from Martinez, bit of a misplay. And we get a pause now from Movistar because it's desperate times. It's last chances now. Even then, I don't think it's going to be in this round. Maybe a few pistols, some Kevlar will be bought up, but they're likely going to be left fighting for the overtime rather needing 3 rounds in a row.
Just simple things.
The scoreline could be flipped right now. This could be 14-12.
Yeah. They had their chances. They've had plenty of them. 3-on-3, 5-on-3. 2 consecutive rounds. Just not been able to close them out. Peak from Martinez. Just didn't need to take that fight in the way he did. He had Alex close coffins. He had his man in position. Didn't trust him. Went for the call. Punished by it. Potentially that punishment extends to losing the whole damn map now. Tech 9's at a P250 to protect against map point, to protect against that third map of Mirage where we said we felt the eyeballers had perhaps their best chance of the night. Silent jump into the apps. They want to try and see if they can get something sneaky. A cheeky pick would go a long, long way here. JW spots out his man in the boiler. Can't quite find the shot, but it's information gathered. HE goes in to chip away at the techs a little further. They want to try and swarm, but this crossfire is well set by the CT side, and Pepsor takes full advantage. Sorsal just not expecting a man on the balcony, goes down freely, and this round, once again, just feels like it's slipping away from the Movistar Riders. There's a 4-man stack inside of this A site. Should be ready and waiting to deal with this. They're going to try and pop Mopos and David G out of the balcony, see if maybe they can find a man, but with both Flusher and Pepsor close, this is going to be done before it even begins. They try, they get their men out, but just picked off piece by piece. There's nothing more they can do about it. The last man in the mini pit, well, he's just hoping to be a little cheeky and find a kill, but they are giving nothing, the eyeballers. 15 and 3 opportunities to take us to Mirage.
Yeah, it looks most likely like it will be a 3-map series at this point. And as we mentioned, Mirage is the first map where it looks like we have a clear favourite, and that should be eyeballers, especially after this performance. It's not quite done yet, though. 3 rounds in a row for an overtime. It's definitely achievable. We just haven't seen that yet on the T side from Movistar. It's been single rounds everywhere. Not really being chained together. They need to break that curse right now.
They've just been blunt. Very little has gone their way.
Both halves, they've just lost so many rounds that they shouldn't have, that could have them maybe even over that finish line already, or at least in a reversed position.
Look at this from eyeballers, full banana control. Rotation comes through. They've got Movistar right where they want them here. Pinned into the bracket, the utility to shove them back. JW will take the angle. He's played long so many times. This time, on perhaps the most critical round of them all, he opts for short, opts for the pillar. The HE does so much work on the apps player. And JW lies in wait. All those years of experience, he can smell a pick when it's coming, and he gets his mark. Alex goes down. And they're stuck. Movistar are completely stuck in this situation. They've got so little utility. They've committed to this. And look at the rotation again. Sapek only has an MP9, and the eyeballers trust him implicitly to hold on to that B site. They're not giving anything up. 40 seconds on the clock. Pepsor, disciplined, will not peek. Martinez keeps on waiting, and when he does eventually peek, he dinks his man through the wall. Another huge chunk of damage is done. Everyone is walking wounded. Everyone is bleeding on the Movistar Riders. And now they're starting to fall on down. Pepsor with a double on the swing. It's Mopos, a consolation kill out towards B. But the bomb is down. The bomb is out. And with Sorcel on 7 HP, he can't even risk dropping out to recover it. He's got to call his man back with just 14 seconds to try and recover a bomb he's never going to get. It's the Eyeballers, 16-12. A CT side to be proud of. Movistar Riders, you've got to say, taking their foot off the gas in a major way.